Yo, I found some fucking information out today. Excuse me. Come to find out, because most people know about my case and shit like that, my lawsuit, right? So come to find out that, you know what I'm saying, like, because I already know Nicki Minaj is trying to take me for my money too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, the laziness of this broad. I fucking hate that bitch passionately. She does not know how to leave me the fucking... Like, if you notice, every female that she come across that she don't like, she just doesn't know how to leave a motherfucker alone. I have nothing to do with her fucking... Yeah, and still to this fucking day, I feel like I'm married to this bitch. I hate Onika Tanya Mirage's fucking guts. I hate her passionately. There's no way in the world that I would want to be under her wing. I don't care for her at all whatsoever. To me, after all this shit, she's no artist to me. She's nobody to me. I don't give a fuck about... Listen, the reason why I'm saying that, and it's a great reason, it's a good fucking reason. Now, come to find out today, I go in the store, I'm listening to some shit. I'm like, yeah, I like that song or whatever. KTU 103.5 with the Koreans, because you know the Koreans, they love Nicki Minaj. They love Nicki Minaj. Cool, whatever. That's fine. When I hear Nicki, even bothered. It's cool, fine. But when they said that they was in Rubenstein and fucking Renecki today, my lawyer, the one that's dealing with my case, if you ever needed any fucking proof, and when Nicki Minaj interjects her fucking self into other people's fucking business, and she got a whole husband, and she has a fucking kid on top of that shit. I got a kid too. But when I say, when she interjects on other people's lifestyles, and she don't, when I say the Caribbean white Karen came out of her, yo, how the fuck, if the law office is closed today is Sunday in New York City, the law office is fucking closed on a Sunday, right? Whoever's there, they're there, but they're not taking no clients, no nothing. So how the fuck is KTU announcing that they in room law firm, and they're like, yo, they're doing their DJing, they're doing their show from out of there. I heard that shit over the fucking radio. Like, you cannot be fucking serious right now. I already know that has everything to do with me. Why? Because when I walked out of where I live at right now, you know what I'm saying? Because I saw at the same time the other fucking day. This nigga is still fucking stalking me. We don't fuck. We don't have sex. We don't have no communication with each other. No nothing. The vultures and the leeches are fucking out. So I left him a long time ago. Don't want nothing to do with him. Fuck, am I still in the mix with him? Well, apparently there's something called fucking, I guess, rumors or some shit. All you gotta do is mention somebody's name for fucking clout, right? That shit keeps shit alive. Dealing with grown people. This motherfucker sit up there and do everything under the fucking sun but give child support. He can sit up there and get everybody, you know what I'm saying, like everybody that's blood, everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, oh no, we gotta go and attack. Bruh, I don't fucking bother you. I don't send no letters out, no nothing for child support. My kid is in his 20s and shit like that. All I ask for him to do is just leave us the fuck alone. I'm not in love. I'm not no nothing. Why the fuck am I finding you in my area where I live, and he live on the other side of Queens with his mother? And this nigga is in his 40s or 50s, or he live with his fucking girlfriend or whatever. I don't even know what he got. I don't even know if he got another. Is that part for me? I don't even know any of this shit. On top of that, on top of everything, right? Because I'm sure this is not on top of the fucking tippity top of the shit, right? Then I gotta sit up there and fucking deal with Black Tiger ass, knowing that he's dealing with the fucking industry too at the same time. Because why? Well, apparently He has fucking P. Diddy and fucking Nicki Minaj. So I'm like, how the fuck does this concern? How the fuck do I get in the mix of this? Right? So I know you guys at the same time, because I'm still trying to figure out all of this shit too at the same time. Because as far as I'm concerned, motherfuckers said that they were supposed to be a one, right? Or was it number one where I was supposed to be a rapper because Nicki Minaj? No. She's not a god. I don't have to fucking listen to her. What the fuck? Nicki Minaj, on whatever, Onika Tanya Mirage is not a fucking god. I don't have to fucking listen to her. She's a fucking rap artist and she need to stay on her fucking lane, me and my family alone. Like, how long does it take for somebody to realize that, yo, you gotta fucking grow up for certain shit, especially if you got a husband already? How are you that unhappy? Oh yeah, I forgot, because the industry set that shit the fuck up, right? The industry set that shit up with her and her fucking husband for where they gotta be. It's an arranged marriage where they together, right? And have a fucking kid. So my thing, if you have any kids out there, teach them not to rape motherfuckers and shit like that. That's one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? Like, number two, you know what I'm saying? Don't like, when you have kids and shit like that, when somebody says, yo, you know, are you a fucking model? Be like, tell you, listen, do you know anybody with a modeling contract? Do you know a fucking agency? That otherwise, why are you asking me? Because that's how that shit starts out. That's how that impersonating shit started. Like, you a model? I'll be like, no, I'm not a model. I modeled one time in my life and that's it. And I would love to get paid if you think that. I'm saying, like, if you thought that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, model at all. That's how you end that shit. You're like, oh no, thank you, this, that. No, don't say that, you know, like, I would love to get paid. They'll back down. Like, let me tell you how many times I did that shit and they got mad at me. Response. Like, they didn't expect me to fucking respond like that at all whatsoever. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, we could trap you just by the fucking words. Like, you cannot just trap me just because you're a fucking creep and you're a fucking sex offender and you're a fucking and shit like that. Like, can you imagine somebody that's a sexual predator, a sex offender and shit like that, and they make some prophecy up and shit like that, knowing it is to sit up there and fucking make somebody a porno star, but he said he Christian. Not only a fucking porno star, imagine he bribes everybody that's in your building, you're actually listening, and actually take the bribe and tell them like, yo, even if it's a shelter, and they just tell them, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I just want to put cameras up and shit like that. I want to see what they doing. They're on some top secret shit and this, that, and the third, whatever. But long and behold, that he's really selling online of the person that he's stalking, and he's saying that, you know what I'm saying, like, there's supposed to be some type of investigation. Where the porno part come from, if the person had a fucking boyfriend, because he's going to be up and he's selling them shits over fucking seas. He's like, yeah, no, this is a part of the prophecy, because, you know, this prophecy thing is the part, you know, because we made this whole porno thing up, but, you know, this is we got to kill this person because it's a whole porn thing with, you know, P. Diddy in the entertainment industry and Clyde Davis and everybody. But we could disguise this a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gonna make it seem like it's something else. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna call it a process. It has to die because why? Because, well, number one, that person is turning 42 or 43, and we wanted them to be an actual fucking rapper or a singer. Where did you get the idea for that person that you don't even fucking know? That's a fucking daughter or son. Don't know how many you killed behind this shit. That's an actual impersonator and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, where did you get an idea? You just went off in your head. Yeah. You just said, yeah. No. Come on, we're gonna do this whole impersonator thing. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna disguise the prophecy as, you know what I'm saying, like, we just gonna disguise this whole prophecy thing, right? So we really trying to make it seem like that, you know, like this person is trying to rap and sing and like that and things like that nature, and then we're gonna call that shit a prophecy when we're just trying to get fucking pornos and we trying to get new, because you know, like in the modeling agencies and things like that nature, they really wasn't standing up for themselves at that time. They didn't really have no rights and shit. So you know, like anybody can abuse them. Anybody. Just like any actor or actresses, as you can see, as many people are actually coming out. Remember Cat Williams and him mentioning that shit? Remember Monique? Remember the fuck out? Prophecy? You sure it's a prophecy? Or is it just for nudes? And for fucking pornos and fucking real estate and life insurance and shit like that? Because I feel like, if for what I hope I'm wrong. For nudes, just because somebody actually liked me. Make it make sense. Then try to use me as a scapegoat and a black. So anything that this person actually did, Black Tiger, and with my exes and shit, like anything we do, we could just blame it on her, scapegoating and shit like that, this, that, or third, whatever. Wow. How the fuck do you even come up with the idea where you just say, well, you know what? Did somebody just throw my hat and it was just like, yo, you know, like, throw all these names in there, we're gonna come up with one. My name must have popped up in that fucking hat. My name must have popped up in that bag and shit like that. Like, yo, we could prophesize them and shit like that. And we could really make motherfuckers believe that shit while we got porn, where we got fucking pornography of her, naked pictures, nude pics, pornography of me and my boyfriend, whoever I was with at that time, nude photos of my kid, nude photos of when my, you know what I'm saying, when small, when they was little and shit like that, whoever they could fucking sell it to. Make it make sense. And then it's like, no, you know, like, no, we have to have a or so, you know what I'm saying, like, so a fucking voice recorded in her room. We try to uncover some shit. Really? So you're trying to get my intellectual properties too, to make songs do, because you're not talented enough to actually make your own fucking music, right? So it's like, oh no, this shit sound real good. This shit right here, plagiarizing. And I already have the rights of my fucking publicity too at the same time. So I'm like, what is the fucking issue? No, walk away. Why would I walk away from your broke ass? You ain't got shit offering nothing. Why the fuck would I sit up there and come back? What am I coming back to? There's nothing. It never existed, as to say, right? It never existed because, you know what I'm saying? Like, while everybody was doing their thing and they fucking gambling and all this other shit and trying to seem like that it was a new fucking wave of gambling and shit. Okay, cool. Oh, you never done it before. You never actually went gambling before. That's what it was. Okay. Did you not like it? So why the fuck was it so easy to get me? It's like, come on, you know you want to go. No, it's not my thing. I don't know how many times I gotta sit up there and fucking explain that shit. But you realize that there are people out there that they actually went gambling to Nevada, to fucking Atlantic City, Empire, all this other shit without their actual ex-girlfriend being involved. They didn't even have to sit up there and pull up their fucking ex-girlfriend name. They just like, yo, come on, we gonna take the boys, or I'm gonna take my new girlfriend, or I'm gonna go get me something. Go get them a fucking side piece. Be it man or woman. Man or... That shit is me. For somebody to sit up there and convince everybody, tell them that, yo, this was an actual prophecy when all he wanted was, because he liked me so fucking much, approach me, could come to New York himself, send people after me and shit like that, and just tell everybody that he wanted to fucking bribe people and anywhere that I reside, so he could go and get fucking. And if I had a boyfriend, so he could go get so he could get the sex tapes. That's what the prophecy was all about. Are you fucking kidding me? That shit, like, nobody put that shit together. Nobody said to themselves like, yo, he's going real hard for trying to fucking, like, he's going real hard to sit up there and one of the fucking rapists now, by rapists. Nobody's sitting up there saying to themselves, this motherfucker is a sexual predator. He's a fucking sex offender and shit. Black Tiger, Nicki Minaj are fucking sexual predators. My fucking baby father, a sexual predator. Sex offenders and shit like that. My ex-boyfriend, I'm like, oh, come on, we just gonna all do this shit in the family. You know, like, we do teach each other and shit like that, right? That's what it is. It's supposed to be in a fucking family. It's supposed to just teach each other. No, it's to where she resides and shit. You should give it to him. That's voyeurism. That's been Tom. That's a to-be fucking rapist. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? I gotta go here to try to fucking keep me and my kids safe and shit like that, just because of the fact that he can't control himself. Like, I don't know who has been watching the news and shit like that, but ever since everything ended within everything that was supposed to be against me, people are actually, like, especially with men that can't stand the fact that they are not accepted, and they can't accept the fucking rejection for a woman, and they out here fucking killing women because they're like, the woman is rejecting them. But y'all participated in all of this shit because all of this shit is y'all fault. Whoever participated in bullshit, and now everybody done lost their fucking shit because they forgot how to actually speak to another human. They actually speak to another human being, yo, because, you know, gambling supersedes my fucking intelligence type shit. Rape supersedes my fucking intelligence. Sex does that. That's a fucking automatic. But are you fucking kidding me? Whoever participated in that shit, fucking get yours. Like, because I understand it was the first time you was a fucking virgin and you never experienced so much fucking excitement in your whole fucking life at the same time. You never had that much fun and that much good times. You haven't partied in such a fucking way. Like, it is such not superseding, like, letting fun or having a good time supersede your intelligence. That shit is wild as fuck. That shit is, I'm surprised Nicki Minaj don't even fucking know. She got a whole son. To actually sit up there and like he's gonna look back and hell, man, you used to like stalk somebody, and my father's a fucking rapist on top of that shit, and y'all motherfuckers is stalking a baby, like you're stalking what, and she told you to leave her alone. Wait, and then you had an impersonator that you try to fucking kill, and then you got plenty of fucking prophecies. Yo, ma, what the fuck is wrong with you? You got a whole fucking son out here. I never heard no shit like that. I swear to God. Like, when I lived in the projects, y'all, on some real ass shit, the world is a... I lived in the projects, and motherfuckers didn't play that shit. They was like, what, you touch my daughter, my aunt, my sister, anybody, this, down, the third, or even have the fucking idea, and you call that shit a part of, like, and I don't even try to make that a part of music, but it is, because the hip hop that I fucking listen to, when it knew the rules within certain things, it's certain boundaries that you don't fucking cross. It's certain things that you don't fucking do, and that's one of them. That's the reason why I was so surprised. I was surprised when Nas got with her. I didn't understand when. And Nas is a sexy motherfucker. I didn't understand got with her. I was like, what the fuck was the attraction? Why is he with her, knowing how he is? It didn't match up for me. At all. And I'm not saying that he gotta carry that shit. I'm not saying her husband gotta, he don't do that again, but the realization, if you sit up there and you doing this shit to your baby mother and you not letting shit die, the thing where, you know what I'm saying, if you're not letting shit die and you keep doing the same shit over and over again within the actions of where it's creating a situation like that, it's questionable. Like a motherfucker is like, oh, you meant to really do that shit. Like that was your objective. It could have been anything else. It could have been anything else. You like, she didn't have to cross the boundary. He didn't cross the boundary. He could have just, that's my baby mother. That's my ex-girlfriend, whatever. Regardless of the fact of what me and her had together, let's leave that shit. I'm saying that shit already make me look bad. Like fuck everybody, but his own self-image, that, you know what I'm saying, like he already in a fucked up situation where it's like, yo, he's already looked at as a rapist. She had to do, say, yo, I'm not going to create any situations going to make it fucking worse. Although, you know what I'm saying, I got the power to do this, and I got because I'm Nicki Minaj and this, that, and the third. Like, remember, I'm not Nicki Minaj. I'm a fucking impersonator. I'm saying Nicki Minaj. Like, because she's fucking, it could have been like, okay, so I'm not going to stalk her. I'm not going to give a fuck. This, that, and the third. What's the issue? We resolve this shit. And I understand, like, people have their thing about them, but when you have a delicate situation too at the same time, and you got a fucking kid too at the same time, you can't do that shit. Ain't gonna look good, especially if you already what happened to your husband. Make it make sense, because you would think that her husband or his, nah, leave that shit alone. Don't even fuck with it. Like, that's your baby mother over there, or that's your girlfriend. There's no reason why. Nicki's already big, right? She's an artist. She's a big, she may not mean nothing to me, but she may mean something to you. Just like I mean somebody else, but that might mean that she might not mean anything to them. Or it could be both. That person might have some type of feeling or whatever. Like, yo, both of them means something, vice versa. That's just the way fucking life is. But I don't fucking put no artist above my fucking life. Number one, that's not in my fucking pay grade. What up? It's Smooth Miss Uncut. Join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut MMC. Like, I don't get paid to be in person. I get paid to sit up here and walk out here and fucking take as many hits and shit like that. Fucking artist. It was never like that. That shit, it was never like that. You gotta I remember you gotta be real close to a motherfucker, a real close to an artist, practically grow up with them, ride with them and shit like that. I don't ride with her. This is why I understand where people get confused about what the fuck they need to be doing and playing a fucking position, because I never had a in her life, period. That's what people gotta fucking realize. Know your fucking position, because I didn't have a position with Nicki Minaj. People kill me with that shit. Like I was obligated. I wasn't obligated to do shit. Niggas ain't join no fucking contract. Black didn't have no contract, no nothing. He didn't have no sex contract. He didn't have no music contract. He didn't have no entertainment contract. He didn't have an actress contract. He didn't have no impersonator fucking contract. Know your position. I had no position with any down to this particular artist or any other artist at all. I might have met some artists. There's a fucking difference. And if you don't know the fuck, you better start learning, because you got to teach that shit to your kids too. Because this is the reason why that people get caught up in certain shit. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck am I getting caught up in some shit that I don't even want to be in the first place? Join me on YouTube at Miss Uncut MMCCC. And I need more fucking views too at the same time. What the fuck? That should have never stopped my bag. Ever.